All right, hello everyone. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Tuesday. So this week, the neighborhood wellness clinic started some online programming options, all to support your wellness while you're at home. And this week we're looking to the theme of fear and anxiety. So I thought I'd just hop on for a few minutes and talk about where fear and anxiety even come from. Because yes, we all have our life moments and things we've experienced that when we remember lead to, remembering anxious moments or negative emotions. And at the end of the day, in the moment when we're faced with experiences, it's actually a little piece of our brain. Can't really see my brain, but it's back in here in the middle, called the amygdala. And so what happens is in the moment, we have something that's called the amygdala hijack, where the amygdala takes over all of our other brain functions, just this little tiny piece in the middle of our brain, takes over our brain function, goes, we have to stay safe. Safety, priority number one, which is incredibly, incredibly important, obviously. However, in a lot of moments in today's society, we have a lot more options than the traditional fight, flight, or freeze that were kind of the only ways to stay safe way back in the cave people times. So our amygdala, when it senses something that's new, that's different, that it has no immediate place to put in our neurology, in our past experiences, it immediately goes to fight, flight, freeze. And then it doesn't really have anything else to do because those are really, it's only three options. So I went looking for something to represent a saber-toothed tiger and found this lovely bag with Winnie the Pooh dressed as Tigger. So what if, instead of perceiving all of the new things that are happening in our world as a saber-toothed tiger, cave people times, what if we started thinking about them as Winnie the Pooh in a Tigger suit? So not even a saber-toothed tiger, but Winnie the Pooh, happy, happy, joy, joy, Winnie the Pooh in a Tigger suit. So that we recognize that in the moment, there's that, okay, something new, fight, flight, freeze, and then we go, okay, and what else is there? What are my other options? And start breaking down these options into the multiple possibilities that actually exist. So in today's world, we're dealing with a pandemic. We're dealing with a very real, very legitimate pandemic crisis. And while we're kind of settling a little bit, there's still new things that come up, and there's still new experiences that we're coming across. Many of us celebrated Easter, and we're seeing all the posts of people who set dining room tables even though no one was coming over, who still cooked fancy meals even though the family wasn't all going to be able to gather. That's exploring different platforms to have video chats. So those are those options. Those are the Winnie the Pooh in the Tigger suit kind of ideas that, in the moment we're like, oh, no one can come for Easter. Well, we could fight it and get all mad and legitimate, feel your human emotions. We'll talk about that a little bit more tomorrow, that all humans feel all emotions. So you can get a little bit upset about it. And then what are you going to do about it? If you're going to freeze and you just want to curl up in a ball, completely legitimate. Curl up for a little bit. Honor what your heart is telling you need to do. And then what are we going to do to move forward? And if we flee, run away, well, unfortunately, we don't really have many places to go these days. However, that might be kind of just ignoring the problem for a little bit. So we just try and ignore it. And again, in the moment, completely valid and legitimate. And what are you going to do next to move forward? So just wanted to highlight, it is our brain. It's natural, it's normal, it's human. And once we've had those few moments, let's think about what's going to go next so that we can keep moving forward, because we are still humans on this planet. We're still living our lives. And while we're navigating uncertain times, while you have full choice, how are you going to move forward, and how are you going to keep living in this space? So for that, as we feel all of our emotions, really listen to our heart. It's one of our biggest organs. It's operating the highest frequency. So listen to what your heart wants you to do. Honor that, do that, and then if it isn't getting you results, take a think and ask it, how can you do something differently? What kind of brainstorming can we do about it? Right? So listen to our amygdalas, imagine them as Winnie the Pooh in a Tigger suit, and keep rocking and have an amazing Tuesday.